So this Tuesday, there was a trending marriage of our very own dear celebrity, Rita Dominic, and everybody was talking about it. There was so much love. Most people were wishing her well. I saw some very wonderful comments. For every time I went on social media and I saw the videos, I used to feel a certain type of way, like, I was just so glad. I don't know her personally, I don't know her one-on-one, but I felt so much happiness on her behalf. And when I made a post, I posted one of the videos on my social media page, and a lot of people commented that they actually feel the same way for her. And I'm really happy about it. And then conversation started. Trust our people. Is it okay to wait for the right time? How old should you be before you get married? How should you wait the wait? You know, a lot of things. So today we want to talk about it. We want to first of all start by congratulating her. That was a major feat. Also, Kemi Adetiba as well still got married. Getting married this weekend. And I'm really, really happy. These are wonderful, hardworking women who have been able to stay without any form of scandal in the industry. It's a huge feat. So congratulations to both of you. We love you, and we want to talk about the matter today. We want to draw lessons. So, what do you think about this marriage at this age? Let's start from there.
So, you know, as you said, I really feel happy for Rita Dominic, and I just feel happy for her just as a woman who has found love and is getting married. So this has nothing to do with that she's a certain age and she's now finally getting married. That's not my happiness. It's just that she seems happy. Yeah. She seems like she's finally found her life partner, and they're going ahead to live life, you know, happily ever after. Yes, there'll be challenges, like every one of us has our challenges with any kind of relationship, but we wish them well. And also for Kemi Adetiba. And these are women that I personally have just always admired for their work ethic and everything. We've had Rita Dominic sit here with us one time. And, you know, also there's this thing about Rita Dominic where when you ask her any question, she's just quite open about her you know, her response. She's never just shady or say anything. She just said, yes, she hadn't met anyone yet at the time. And, you know, she was open when it happened. So it's I'm happy to see that. But what's also important is that for many Nigerian women, or for just a lot of Nigerians, where this conversation of you're a certain age, you will never find a man because you have passed that age where you're supposed to be beautiful and young. Men don't really like a certain woman because she's young, because she's not young anymore. Or the only reason a man would marry is because you have more money than he does. And so you're going to marry like a toy boy or someone that preys on older, wealthy women. But these two particular women have shown that you 40, over 40, you can still meet a person who is even at you know, at par with you, who are partners, and then you can make a life from it. And so for me, is what I see these women doing is we never heard, at least publicly, them whining about the fact that they didn't have a partner.
Or being unhappy.
What we saw was their work ethic. These were people pursuing their dreams, pursuing careers, employing people, making a difference in this industry. And then when love happened, they celebrated it. So that's something I would like for many women who are on their path to finding someone. Face your work. That thing that is yourself, that you have to do it well, put in all your energy in that, and the person that is meant for you will find you where you are and will be attracted to you, and it doesn't really matter your age.
Awesome.
Just round up.
No, you have something to say. What are your thoughts?
She has finished the show. Honestly, I just feel that who you are shines through.
I like that.
People think that you're a negative person. Check yourself. If everybody is saying you're negative, you might actually be exhibiting negativity. There was so much love and joy around Rita's wedding. There was so much goodwill and happy vibes. And everybody, even those I don't know, I just felt like she's a good person.
The energy was everywhere.
She has that energy. She portrays that. It comes natural. Now, Rita is a down-to-earth, extremely nice person. I met her before she came on Your View at Zaron. She was the brand ambassador for Zaron for a long time, and I was doing business with Zaron. And I went to meet her dad. I just so love her. Skin is amazing. And she just hugged me, 2 pictures. She was unusually kind. And I think that sometimes we assume that good people should have everything work for them perfectly in life at the way we expect it to. But God's timing is different. You might think, oh, you should have married at 25, finished giving birth at 35, I've achieved all your goals at 40, and we create that timeline and think, if it did not happen for you like this, you are not a good person. You must have done something bad. You must have cheated on your relationship. You must have been doing yellow purple shakara when you were small. And we cast different judgments on people's character simply because they did not meet the milestones of your own expectation. And that's not true. It just might not happen at the time we expect it to. But if it is God's time, it will always be beautiful. That was my lesson from this Rita Dominic's wedding. When it's God's time, it's not the age. It will just be beautiful. And some women that are feeling like, oh, I'm in my 40s, things are, this is just like chill and be happy. Live your life. There are many things that you can do. Rita has produced, directed. We're talking about this because they are celebrities. My very good friend, Omozo of Old Natural, married in her 40s, and she had built a amazing business. Even though she was waiting for that part of her life to catch up, she was running and doing her thing. And she's not letting anybody make her feel bad about where she is part-time. And I think that is so important. Don't let anything weigh down your joy. At the right time, it will click.
I like that.
Yeah.
Let me just quickly say to Rita, thank you. This very hard, difficult time in Nigeria to bring us good news. You know, I've been dreading reading the news after the Kaduna train kidnap, just because the bad news was getting to me at some point. And so Rita made it easy for me to stay online. I watched all the videos. I followed everybody that posted pictures from their dresses to the wedding. I love the fact that Inse was putting beads on her. You know, me, I'm a fan. And that kind of bond between friends that, you know, they've gone through life together. This is someone that life has happened to. And she's talked about it on the show. And Rita has waited. And they're close friends, still supporting each other. I saw the dressing, you know, Inse put these round beads around her neck and all of that. I just loved, I don't watch entire series, you know, but that was a great relief from all this negative, bad, depressing stories happening, killing, kidnapping, bombing, cattle killing, and all of that in Nigeria. So I must say thank you to her for bringing it at the time it came.
You say bringing it.
But, you know, one of the things, everything you said, guys, about her is true. She's one person that, you know, remained focused. I would like to say, take advantage of that waiting period. Two of them didn't just get to 25 like it was in our time, as the family started to worry them, and so they stopped focusing on life and then focus on trying to find a man. They'll say, is it the house you are sitting, you will see husband, you start going to church. They say, is it the place you are, is it church you see husband, you start doing,
go to club.
Don't drive big car. So they just lived. They just focused, and they achieved things, you know, while they were waiting. So I think the lesson here is, while you're waiting for that dream person you want to end up
productive.
Do something important. Do something good. Don't just wait.
Find who you are.
Waiting for a child. Take advantage. Learn, maybe even learn.
Find who you are.
Read. While I was waiting, I started reading about fertility. I had textbooks I read. My husband would buy me books from time to time. I read about, you know, how the entire process would go. And then I got some parenting books while waiting, before I even had a child. So do something. And then something positive. Very important. Try to impact life. Almost all story is something we know. How the business started and how she was, you know, focused on it. I even used to say, if it's this business you are doing, maybe somebody will not come and meet you there, you know? And she focused on it. She has a beautiful life today. She has a beautiful partner. We must not, I want to say thank you to the men. Have sense.
Yes.
It's cars, so
yes. Men that have sense.
Men with sense.
We should pray for other people to enjoy them too.
We should pray for them, because there are men who would see them and their families will come and say,
they're threatened by their achievements.
Do you know how old Rita is? She's an actress, so, and then that would have killed them.
Are you sure she can give birth?
For importantly expose well-thinking, right-thinking men. Thank you very much.
Wow, that's so sweet. Yeah. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. We expect you to call in. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. So we're still talking about Rita Dominic and wishing her well. And I would like our viewers to join the conversation on 081-270-53687 or 091-390-76948 to be a part of this conversation. There was something that, you know, jumped at me with my observation of everything that has happened to Rita Dominic, Kemi Adetiba. One of them was being authentic. They were just happy being who they were. They didn't allow the pressures of other people affect how they decided to, start acting differently or change who they were. I've met both of them on 2 different occasions, and they are good people. They are nice people. They are hardworking people. Sometimes when women don't get married on time, it begins to affect how they react with everything happening around. And I didn't see that change. How do we begin to teach people that you can still, how to wait and not change who you are because of the circumstances you're going through?
Interesting that you brought that point up, because when I saw their stories, of course, I remember when I was much younger, I would hear like my older aunties talking about maybe someone who hasn't gotten married. And then they will say 30s, like, oh, she's in her 30s and she hasn't gotten married. And I remember this particular conversation of how a particular person got married in her 30s. They were like, she's an older girl, she's now gotten married. And that they like how she kept it small and discreet. And even her wedding dress was not too distinct. She kept it discreet. Because when you are older, there's a way you should now carry yourself. But when I saw these 2, it made me so proud.
They didn't care.
I mean, it's your day, you will have fun. See, this thing about being discreet and being a certain way when you're older is not a Nigerian thing. It's worldwide. Even Oyinbo people, they will say, don't wear princess dress if you're an older bride. You should wear something a little bit more conservative to show that you are a mature person. But these people are deciding, see, this is my day, I'm happy about it, and I'm excited, and I'll show, I love Kemi Adetiba's engagement party of hip-hop, where I'm like, good, so that's it. Fun. Enjoy it. I mean, everyone gets to enjoy their pre-wedding and their partners. Enjoy it. And about who they are, because of what they are going through. Yes, we have some people, and it's not only about marriage, but yes, we tend to also describe women who haven't been married for a while as bitter women. So the reason why I don't want to say that is because of the marriage, because I find that sometimes we unfairly categorize and label people as bitter because, like, oh, she's not married, she's 40. No wonder she's bitter. Maybe she's just a regularly angry person. She has been angry since she was 10. Do you understand? But because she's now, you now realize she's not married, then she must be bitter about that. But it's important that whatever it is that we're going through, if you're not authentic, if you're not happy with yourself, it would affect the way you carry yourself. It will affect the vibe around you. It affects how
your aura.
Yes, it will affect how your relationships with other people. And from what we can see, I feel that these 2 people really personify the fact that you can be authentic and be fine and be fun and be yourself.
And occasionally crazy. And it's okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that point. Let's take this call from Anna. Anna from Kaduna. Good morning.
We lost the call.
Sorry, Anna. Try and call back, please.
So, the thing is, being realistic, we don't live with these 2 people. So we don't know the entirety of their character. We don't know the full spectrum of their mood swings. And it's okay to occasionally feel bad that, but I'm a good person. Why is this thing not happening to me at this time? It's similar with when you're waiting to have a child and you're wondering, man, I kept myself. Why is... that might come up. And if somebody jams you on those days and you lash out, it's okay. They should remember that you are nice on other days, and tomorrow you will be nice.
I hope you remember.
So let us accept people with their full spectrum of moods that will happen whenever it happens. Because we must realize that a few bad days does not make the person bad. A few bad things don't make that everything is all bad. We must at core know that who are we? So in the journey of waiting for whatever it is we're waiting for in life, is for us to realize that human beings set the time and they set the unrealistic expectation or realistic expectation based on generality, but all of us are not equal. And for each of us, it might be different. I know someone, actually, family, twins, got married the same day, and one twin had children right immediately. The second is still waiting till now. It's 16 years after. So it's not about, oh, this is it. But while you're waiting, what are you doing? Live your life to the fullest. Add value in every way possible. Explore every part of you while in that waiting phase. And understand that if anybody brings negativity your way, throw it back to them that I don't want it, I'm not unhappy, I'm okay, and I'm waiting for God. Another thing people do is they deny. I'm not really bothered about marriage. You are.
You may not be.
If you are.
Yeah, you may
I don't
not
really
be.
want to marry. If that is your reality, stick to it. But if you really want to, tell people, I remember clearly, and I'll use Omozo again. Omozo would say, I want to, I cannot wait for when I get married. I cannot when I get married like this. When she was single and there was nobody, she knew she wanted it. She did not, because of the environment, say, I will not say what I want, because I don't want people to look at me with pity. She expressed it. Now we are in the face of children, and she's saying it every time. She will sow seed. She'll be like, when my children come, when my children come. I think we should have that attitude of, if I want something, I say I want it, I expect it, it happens to me.
Let me quickly say, what I wanted to say, but let me quickly add to what you said. It's also called beautiful patience in Islam. When I was waiting and I would read my books at night, I wouldn't sleep, I would do my prayers. I learned about beautiful patience, that is waiting in anticipation of a beautiful ending. You see, when that thing happens, there's this fulfillment that comes with it. I remember when the doctors handed me Gufran. Oh, my God.
The joy.
Instant love. In fact, I'm from Bele. Instant love. I knew. Because when I wasn't pregnant, my family members would be like, no, Nima won't be attending a naming. I showed up at all the naming, so except that they did not call me. And I remember someone saying, it was she who match-made us. And so I don't want to go and carry her leg. And that thing really hurts me.
May I pause you for a minute and take this call? I'll come back to you. Clement from Ikoyi. Good morning, Clement.
Good morning, Ogi.
Good morning, sir.
Congratulations to Rita Dominic.
Yes, thank you.
There are many lessons to be learned about this marriage. But I want all of us to understand one thing. Waiting too long before getting married is another thing. Okay. Among all the ladies in the studio now, Tokwe and Miriam and so on, is there any of you or any of your parents that waited that long before getting married?
My aunt?
No.
Husband came now.
No. Everybody has different chapters. Let's look at it that way.
Okay.
Now, if we are celebrating about Rita Dominic's wedding, we should be celebrating that she got a husband to be married. Not because she waited for that long. Because she had different suitors that have been coming her way and she turned them down.
How do you know, sir?
Even if that is the reality.
Valid. Yes.
Valid.
But how do you even know?
Not the whole thing she's
Did you go to?
Well, you know where it is.
So
Just kidding.
A friend of mine is waiting.
But that makes... Yeah.
But, you know, it's good to wait for the kind of person you think
You want.
Or you'd rather not. Because it's God forbid, though. Like you are mismatched, though.
Jesus.
Or it's God forbid. So I was talking about beautiful patience.
Now
and
what?
wait. And so family members, I remember this particular sentence. It was my sister-in-law's sister who made that statement at her wedding, that be careful around the Nima. You know she match-made you, and you know she's not had a child.
Whoa.
And I was like,
Insensitive.
And so I didn't tell my family, my own immediate family immediately, because I know that the break that thing will cause. I took it in, and I shared with I think my younger son said, look at this one that is talking. The wait that will soon be over. I beg. The child in question is just 3 months older than Gufra. That's how life was. I didn't even know I would be pregnant. You know, so that statement, I just rejected it. So there's something called beautiful patience. So when that negativity comes,
You push it aside.
Something positive, because that's not your... Don't let that stain or that paint, the brush paint you. The moment they bring it, that one, that's an ignorance talking. That's not me they're talking to. And I remember saying it with a bit of doubt in my heart, but I didn't show it. And I went into prayer and said, God, it's you I've been serving. Don't let that brush paint me. And so, positive patience and beautiful patience, waiting in anticipation of your own time and the beauty that it comes with. And so when that beauty, they were all in attendance at the naming, and I was just smiling. I didn't even refer.
Glory to God.
Take the baby to the same person and moved on.
Let's quickly take another call. Kelechi from Shasha. Good morning, Kelechi.
Good morning, my sister from another mother. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
I beg, Sister Miriam, now I come because of Sister Miriam and her book launch.
Okay.
When is it taking? Congratulations, my sister. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Anytime I see a Nigerian woman make this kind of, or make this kind of move, it makes me happy, because when you go to bookstands, you hardly see women buy books.
Yeah.
those of them where they buy, they need to read. They can't do show.
Oh,
yes,
my God.
It's true. So I beg, Sister Miriam, when is this book launched? And I want to come. And I hear saying strictly on invitation. Please, I want you to extend that invitation to me.
You have anything to say to that?
I will put everything on my
okay, so follow her on her social media page, and you get that.
I know get all this there. I know there on all this social media.
Call the number after the show. Please.
Yes.
I need to respond to Clement, I beg.
Okay, go ahead.
Please. You see, the thing with statements like what Clement just said, there's a time to do something. We married.
Whose time?
Yes, we married because we found the right person. At the time we found the right person. I would forever be grateful to God that at a point before I met my husband, there was somebody else on the scene. And I really wanted to get married early. That was my own
vision and goal.
Bringing,
at
like,
the time.
you need to, because you're an only child, you need to start giving your parents, grandchildren, all of that. So that was in my head. So when I even met someone that wasn't right, I was going to go ahead and marry him.
Wow.
And it would have been a bad decision. So sometimes you are under pressure because you don't want people like this, Clement, to say that how many people have
past your
posted
time
you that you did not agree to. But if they were not the right fit for you, you have a choice to choose. It's not a man choosing alone. Because many people will look at her and say she's beautiful, and then they would write her long episode of messages that she's the one they saw in their dreams. But they are not the one she's seen in her dream. And she's allowed to wait to see the one that God has shown her in that dream.
So how do we stop people from, let me quickly ask this question, how do we stop people from projecting their expectations on us?
I know yourself.
How do we stop ourselves from...
You cannot stop it, but what is important is that you have the right family support. For Kemi Adetiba, I've seen her relationship with her dad. Oh my God.
It's sweet.
It's sweet. Our brothers are...
Those kind of family that they will just be backing you, you understand?
Yeah.
Be achieving, be living your dream. That's what is important. Because people like Clement will ask you every day, how old do you want to be? I have people asking me at 24. Every day you be telling them, no. You go stay for your papa's house. But my family were...
At 24?
At 24, they will even make me and make me go for dates and say, Auntie, now you want day, you go just day house, you know?
And then you settle for less.
What is most
regretting all your life.
that you'll be regretting all your life. It's important that the family gives you the time to wait your wait.
It's also about you know yourself.
They support you to... that is where the pressure can be most hurtful. It's important that at home, mothers especially, leave their daughters to wait the wait, because the time when mothers were made for kitchen have passed. Now daughters want to fly to space.
Fly aeroplane.
No, they want to fly astronaut and do...
Thank you so much, Nima. Let's take another short break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. We'll soon be wrapping up this topic. Miriam had a comment?
Yes. So I know that while we're talking about this and celebrating these women, there's some people looking at us and say, hypocrites.
See them.
Yes, see them. After they have married and had their babies, they'll now sit down there and be deceiving people.
And
I understand where that is coming from. It's coming from the fact that marriage used to really be about the man choosing a partner. So you would, you were supposed to present yourself to be chosen. That used to be the way it was. And secondly, it was also about having children. And we all know about the biological clock that has been used for and against women. Like, oh, you're not married, you don't know that very soon you will not have any eggs. So those were so a lot of people still are of that mindset. Like, okay, if you're telling them to wait, what are you saying to them about children? What are you saying to them about when they now get into marriage, they are now struggling about having children? And I just want to say that there are some people who have decided that, when we get there, we'll cross this bridge. And we'll also understand that we're in modern times where people are looking at different options for having children. They're talking about surrogacy, IVF, and some of them can still also naturally have children. So there are options and there's support right now to help you when you get there. And some people will say, oh, but if you know you're going to have that issue, why wait? The reason is that marriage is not only about having that child. It's also about being happy forever with the partner, hoping that you're with someone that...
Having someone you can call children father.
Someone that will support you on this journey. And so many people are taking that choice to say, if I'm going to get married, it has to be with someone that I want to do life with.
Do it right.
Not just someone I want to have babies with and then be unhappy about. So that's where a lot of people are thinking. And I hope that parents, when they are encouraging their children to, you know, live their lives. What I remember my mom used to always say to me that for her children's happiness was paramount.
It's paramount.
Just be happy. And she said it because we used to have a neighbor that used to always deck his wife. And she would say, you know, this would never be your own portion for my children. Yes. So.
Let's take this call, Ose from Asaba. That's my hometown. Hello, Ose. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, ma. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So this topic that you are talking about is very somehow. I want to just throw something in. For a lady like Rita Dominic can get married at any time because, number one, she's famous, rich, and she's a spec. I must say that. Congratulations to her. But that does not imply to other people somebody who is not a celebrity or who is not famous, if we're thinking he will get married, like, even if Rita Dominic should get married at 60, she will get a husband. It does not go with everybody.
Yeah,
yes, that's it. She's a hot cake.
She's a
Thank
hot
you very
cake.
much.
Oh.
She's a hot
So you're
cake.
saying some women are not hot cakes? No, no.
Let me
no.
go back to the Let
Okay.
me reiterate the beautiful waiting period. So a woman who is waiting and idle, you not go school, you not learn work, you not grow anything.
Have
When
no
people
value.
meet you, they will meet you with this kind of statements. Yes. So as a young person, already, my young girl, yesterday was her birthday, you know, and I'm already planning the speech. Because my children insisted on throwing a party. We went to spray her, and Imran just couldn't get over it. He had hugged her in the morning, sang for her the night before.
No children love parties.
But now is the stage, because I saw my auntie do that for me.
Of building.
What do you want to be met at doing? You don't just want to get married. Somebody has to see you with a drive, or, you know, even if the dreams had not come into fusion,
You should have that passion.
they're already mapped, so that when you sit in conversation, with
You
the
have
person,
something to
they're
say.
saying, here, there, this, that, and next step, and next, you're able to say that. That's a meeting. For most people, for me, for instance, when I met my husband, I was still in my final year, about to go to law school. In fact, I went to law school the first year of my marriage, and already he knew what he was marrying, because I could not just, I can't sit in a moment without telling you where I'll be and what I'll be doing and all of that and all of that. And so I found someone who said, whatever all those things were that you said, with this and with life. Because when the infertility happened, life happened. And you will find someone, men that have sense, who will know to hold your hand step by
all the
step
way.
as you're going. Not people who, before the world is judging you, in the house they're asking you, you know, maybe it's because you're not quick that time. Maybe because you didn't start early. Please. I so know someone who has someone at 30 that, why are you a virgin at 30?
Okay, let's take this call. Maduka from Togo, then I'll come to talk. We're wrapping up now. Maduka from Togo, good morning.
Good morning, my lady. Please, I want to make conclusion to regarding the discussion on the set. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Now, with a family gets married at 40, and the husband maybe should be between 40 and 50.
56.
Is in the 50s. Why?
Hello?
The man is 56.
53. Yes.
Hello?
Yes, yes, you're right. Go ahead.
Some say she's 46.
What if the husband is in at 50?
I didn't get that question.
Yes, we didn't get it. Is it what is the husband doing at 50?
So let me just
We
say,
lost that.
when we talk
Okay.
about, in this our waiting, it's the same way like when you're waiting for work. What do you do when you're waiting for work? Do you sit down at home and say, I'm not doing anything? There are people like that I mentor that are close to me, and they are also waiting in that space of, I want to get a job in multinational. What are you doing? Because when you go for interview, they'll ask you, what have you been doing between
This
time?
gap in your
you will
CV.
say, there's no gap. In between that gap, I'm doing this Google course, I'm doing this LinkedIn course, I'm doing that course, and then I went for this program, I volunteered here, I volunteered there, you are living a rich life. So I'm single. I'm in my 30s, I'm in my 40s, I'm single. So what do? I sit down and wait? No, I go for my master's, I go for PhD, I do this job, I create an organization, I help other women waiting.
I discover myself.
I explore every
Man know
part of
thyself.
myself with no limitation.
True.
Because I am a human being before I'm a wife.
That's it. Okay.
And I must be a fulfilled human being for me to be a good wife. So in that journey, I married before I completely knew myself.
Yeah.
And I know that the more I knew myself, the better wife I become.
Yeah.
So men need to understand that when you see a successful single woman, she is a catch. And she is a spec.
She is the table.
So don't even bother thinking that I need to go and marry. And then that man was saying something about the age of the man. It doesn't matter.
May I?
Quickly, we're wrapping up.
This is something I hear. We need to be truthful. When a woman is a certain age, she's sort of excused and forgiven because of that idea of she's chosen. She does not go to do the choosing. Someone has come to choose her. When a man takes a while, as they say, puts a time like in his 50s before he gets married, people ask, because he has the power
to choose.
Like I said, he has the power to choose. Why haven't you
chosen since?
No, I understand. That's what I'm going. So the question, I'm saying that is a valid question because of our culture and where we're coming from. So, you know, we are talking to maybe a certain group of people with a certain mindset, but we do have a lot of Nigerians who are asking this question, and it's coming from a good place, not like they're being shady or being negative. They just really want to know what has stopped a man from getting married when you, given our culture and our society and how things are, you have the right to go and choose anyone. And because we used to see marriage as just anyone, pick anybody. Fish, you know, one of the fishes in the sea. She's young, she's pretty, she can give you children, she will obey.
Just pick her.
But now, again, now talking from the men's perspective, I believe, I hope, you know,
you're right,
that men also are looking for life partners. They are not looking for just someone that they can just keep in a room that push them. They want someone that they can discuss with, want to hang out with, want to be part of their business, understand what it is that they're doing. So they look for someone like that. And sometimes it can take a while, but it also does not stop a young woman from asking the question, why haven't you been married all this time? Even for the woman, why haven't you been married? And I think that for people like that, the scrutiny is a bit, you know, tougher because you want to make sure that it's not a certain bad habit or a certain character flaw that has stopped the person. But people should also understand that apart from those things, people are making choices to marry later and wait for the person that they think is the best fit for them.
Thank you so much. I've learned a lot. One of the things you people have said here is the fact that who you are shines through, no matter the circumstances. And so we should work on being a better human being, and the blessings of God will come. And also we should avoid judging people because our paths are different. Our times are different. If it happens for you at 26, it can happen for me at 46. There's nobody who is supposed to be measuring my time and saying you have past time, you are not my God. So let's learn to celebrate people and love them irrespective of what they are going through.